I want to bring in the managing director of Market Gates Group, Michelle Snyder. Michelle, some of the names getting hammered today. I want to point out that, obviously they've been hit before, they've come back, they've been hit before, they come back. But, I don't know that we're going to be able to ride the lockdown wave anymore. So does it matter for these names? Are they down permanently?
Well, it depends on the name. I think what you have to ask yourself is, what is the basic business model, and does it make sense post-pandemic? So if we use the example of Zoom, yes, it was one that everybody needed to depend on during the pandemic, but will it sustain afterwards? Well, they have great subscription services for companies like us for a yearly basis. That's like $300 max for a year. And so will we continue to do Zoom meetings? Absolutely. So you have to say, well, what is fair value now? And that's where charts come back in. You want to look at maybe a major moving average if it holds, or some kind of support level, let's say the January low, now that we're into March. And then if it breaks those levels and comes back through, that last swing low becomes your support. And if it holds, then those lines in the sand become your support. So that's how we're looking at these post-pandemic trades.
Yeah, because you've got the Zooms of the world. By the way, Zoom was up big yesterday and then it collapsed. The Pelotons of the world, Netflix of the world. Some of these names I want to be in, and if they keep hitting them, I'm salivating already. But I really want to know, and I'm not the only one. So we're using the charts as a guide. You say moving averages 50, 200 day. Those two key averages that you want to focus on.
Well, when you get a dramatic move like this, you may want to move out your time frame and look at a weekly chart, so like a 50-week or a 200-week moving average.
Okay. All right. Hey, let me talk about Bitcoin with you, because it is coming back yet again above 50,000. And yesterday it kind of dipped on when they were during the process of going through Biden's SEC pick, Gary Gensler. He kind of made comments about intervention. It's hard for me to believe, and I keep asking all of my Bitcoin guests, why isn't anyone worried about government intervention? Because that's the last thing that will get me and some other fence sitters into the game.
Well, because the assumption is that government intervention will be a bad thing or will be overzealous. But what if it actually does help in the development of Bitcoin? When you have a train like what we've seen in Bitcoin now, with so many institutions and banks, real estate developers like those in Miami are looking to go fully blockchain technology, it would be a hard train to fight. So I can understand a concern, but that's like every trade. There's a concern. So you have to have some idea of a parameter. So right now we see 47,000 as a good base. 50 should hold. Over 52, I wouldn't worry about all of that. But of course, use trading strategy no matter what you do.
All right, over 52, and we're off to the races. Michelle, love having these conversations. We'll make it longer next time. Now I've got to hand it over, though.